Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well I'm sorry Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Just like that. 57. Mike, 57.
I got him.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. throw on first down with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Henry again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot 61, matchbox, light. 57 the mark, 57 the mark.
Here's Wilson. This will go to Henry out wide. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, it's Yr1. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together.
And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 57's the mic, Mike 57. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. But over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down at 4.
You. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Okay, great. 57 to Mike. I got you. 57. Got it.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And let's face it, we all continue to imagine what we could have seen from Derrick Henry without his injury last season, because he was on pace to be the first ever player with multiple 2,000-yard seasons. Even in only 8 games, he still finished 9th in the NFL in rushing. Simply put, an incredible accomplishment.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Go, go, Mike. Mike, go, go.
Burrow looking to pass. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
55 mark, guys, 55.
Henry running right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. 50.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
They go play action now. Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing is Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
57's the mic. Mark 57. Check pass. Check pass.
Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting fourth and goal now. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 95 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go. 180. Let him cook.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards remain on second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now it's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's got some space here. And all the way to the opposite 45. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now, and this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamie and Sherwood. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Jets on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity. Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Now Burrow. The quick slant caught. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
He's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57's the mic. Mark 57.
No game on this defense. No game.
A first down carry for Henry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.